We're back
All
with
right.
another Age of Mythology Mythic Strike game. No, it's not Strike. It's
Mythic
Wars.
Strike?
Mythic Wars. Mythic Strike is the cool game mode that everyone can play for free by no tud in the mod center. There you go. Free advertising right there.
There it is.
In the right-hand corner of the map in the blue color. Playing as Loki. His name is the Rapple.
That's very good. Very good. And in the upper left, in the red, we got Ulysses playing as Thor. This is Marsh, and it's on fire.
I mean, it is on fire. The trees are literally burning.
It's good. You mix this with forest fire, you got yourself a party.
That's true. I am a little worried about the actual fire that's going on. Do you know what I mean? Like, which one is fire, which one's not. It's kind of a little bit challenging. But, you know, these guys know what's going on. They're pros. They're expected to be able to know what to do here.
I'm pretty sure the giant audio cue gives forest fire away. And I think the fire is actually different as well.
Look, these guys are pros. They know, okay? All right, good. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Also, for the record, in terms of pick rate and win rate, Loki is like underutilized in this tournament. He has a lower pick rate, but a high win rate.
Yeah, I think Loki got... I'm going to give some hidden scrim strats away. Not strats, just thoughts away. I think Loki got a hidden buff in this patch, partly because economic... villages have gotten slower to build, which means all of the like innate economic buffs you get have just been boosted. So Loki's economic buff is free myth units that get spawned in battle. So
yeah,
all of a sudden, now we're getting the same amount of favor income as we would normally, but we're getting a lot less actual income. So yeah, I think he's got we got a little dance here with this villager, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Apple.
Oh, I see it. With the deer
there we go. She struggled, but she got there. So yeah, I think Loki's...
I really like the new water on this map.
Really good. Yeah, this map looks beautiful. I think if
like
you
the
guys
terrain
haven't
too.
seen Marsh, this is normally green. It's not green.
Yeah.
It's I think it looks great.
Marshy. It's actually brown and green, like what a marsh looks like.
Yeah,
I have a marsh near my house. This looks closer to a marsh than the actual marsh map. Well, there's usually a lot of cattails in a marsh too, but I don't really see those. I guess they're next to the water. You can see them in this one.
Yeah, but then again,
I don't know what they're
Shrek,
called.
he lives in a swamp. It's kind of marshy.
That's
He's
true.
green, so it should be green because of that. I mean, pop culture, you know, can't ignore that.
No, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. That's good. Ogres are like onions. They have layers.
True.
Cakes have layers.
Everybody likes cakes. What about parfait? All right, my third favorite movie is Shrek. All right, there you go. We got it.
Funniest thing about Shrek, me and my brother, we can do the entire movie as Shrek and Donkey. I'm not like, I know that sounds crazy. From beginning to end, we can do all the lines. I'm not joking.
You know what?
We watched that movie so much.
I used to be able to do it too.
My favorite part is the
I don't think I can do it anymore.
I'm sorry. Is Lord Farquaad and the gingerbread man. That is the funniest set of lines in that movie for me.
It's very good.
3, 2, a muffin man. Muffin man? Muffin man. You want a demonstration? No, I'm good.
I got it. It's coming back to me, man. Okay. We got a fourth base here from Rapple. Rapple is not messing around. He says it's time to go.
I like this.
Rapple's in. Troll. Throwing. Wait, no. Doesn't. He says, no, we're coming in.
He's chucking the rock at the dwarves. Oh, my God.
Oof. Big oofs. Can we get another oof?
I like this from
Watchtowers
Rapple,
is pre-queued, but I mean, Rapple could just build a tower right now, and he could have his own tower.
Oh my God, that's actually facts. He doesn't have the upgrade yet, though.
No, but
that'd be a really good way to keep pushing this.
Okay, troll for Ulysses.
Ulysses needs to throw. I think Ulysses throws down his healing spring right now. Yeah, hey, look, Q, the best player in this game.
You win. Yep. Healing spring, victory.
Oh my god. Is this live? No. Oh, the forward healing spring. I've been talking about this since the game came out. Nobody does it because they don't have the cojones to do so, and he's doing it, and I love it. This is amazing.
That's
going
true.
all in, baby.
I mean,
I love this.
The hard part here is he's only got one unit that can attack this tower. He's trying to get this pressure on. And he gets in. Both players are going to get healed up. The difficulty here for Rappel is not only is he behind on villager count, but he's also behind on armory count as well. Now he does have the bonus damage versus stuff that he's attacking, so that's an extra. Like he's kind of like he has copper weapons for free, but Ulysses has got copper weapons. Ulysses has got copper mail. Ulysses has got copper shields. Doesn't. So he's.
Well, that troll's to get a giant. Oh,
Dodge.
doing good. Ooh, we're getting eyes in the forest, by the way.
Chat's telling me that the Kui drums on the map for getting HP back.
Yeah, somebody says that they always do forward healing springs. Maybe on ladder, not in tournaments. Go show me a tournament where somebody did this. I like this. This is insane.
No, this is insane. Where to next, though? That's the big question.
I feel like this is kind of hard to do in a Norse mirror, though, right? Like, how do you push into this?
Well, at the moment, it's sort of just like a waiting game to some degree, no? Like, as the Loki, we're sitting here waiting. We're just twiddling our fingers, going, I would like.
But Thor can sit here. Thor can just sit here.
He can just sit here, but at some point, that gold mine's going to expire. And he has to go somewhere else. Or he has to drop another dwarven mine, which is sort of what you want if you're the Loki here.
Camp gold mine, he's Thor. He's just going to drop in another one. Doesn't really matter for a while.
These villagers just chopping at this burning tree. I mean...
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine. Is this like the lava on Ghost Lake as well? Did I spoil it?
No, it's fine because there's ice. I told you it cools it down. Thermodynamics. I know. And neither of them have forest fires, so that entire issue that would have been having, not going to happen.
That's true. That's true. We avoided it. Thank God.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming over, he does manage to snipe some hippos. One advantage that Rappel does
Where's he going with that? His seed. Oh, he wants the relic. What's that? What relic is that?
Yo.
5 colors
Reduce the
stone.
cost
It's not that
buildings.
useful.
You might need that.
It's just good for the favor. I mean, you don't really want to repair anyways, right? Like if we're repairing, we're sad. If this relic was like repair rate is now free, okay. Now we're talking. Like Freya's got that minor god bonus.
Looney's a scout gold mines. He has eyes in the forest. He can see whatever he needs to see right now. Why? What are those dwarves doing?
They're sacrificing themselves. Misclick. Misclick from Ulysses. And
I know
Rappel
dwarves
punishes
are
beautifully.
dangerous from a close range. They're natural sprinters. But seems a little necessary still.
I think Rappel might...
There's the gold mine.
Yeah, he has to drop this. Rappel might be
Yeah, 1,000 gold. That's tough.
finding himself in a bit of a spicy position here. He's doing great micro and all that stuff, but sooner or later Ulysses is going to start pushing out here. And that's exactly what's going to happen. He's just going to take so many losses on the retreat.
Oh,
Rappel does
he locked
turn.
himself out with his own wall. That's kind of funny.
That was huge for Ulysses. I think he just opened this game up in a big way for himself. All of those kills. Now, one idea for Rappel is walk around, kill off all of the...
I just saw that he can go south there, by the way. I just noticed there's a gap down there he could be taking advantage of.
yeah, I could for later, I guess. I mean, he could just build a dock and then get a transport ship if he really needs to, right? But, okay, we go Desla. The game plan right now for Rappel is he's got map control. So he gets to walk around the map and kill all the animals, which means he can make a whole bunch of trolls. So I guess that's the game plan now for Rappel.
Oh man, Ulysses is coming out. I mean, I like that he's got raiding cab mixing here to help against the throwing axe. That's a lot of throwing axemen, though. Waving the magic. You thanking him for this awesome patch?
Yeah. This is the magic patch.
That's good. That's good. Why 18-second villagers? Because that's the current patch, man. What it is. I think villagers, all villagers, for everybody should have their HP halved. That's what we should do. Make raiding great again. By the way, you know what's better than 1 healing spring?
2 healing springs?
That's right.
There's just one. There's this big like Venn diagram going on here, where they can get 6 HP a second.
Exactly. Right in the middle. Right in the middle.
That's actually kind of insane. Look at this berserker's just getting all its HP is going up so quick.
Oh man, he's got the Pokey Boys in there. The Sperman. That's right. I didn't forget.
There's no sperm in here. These guys are herdmen. They're different.
Same idea. Hey, he got his healing spring
He
back.
did get his healing spring. The raiding cavalry control here has to
Those
be.
two trolls get some insane hits right here.
Yeah, it has to be on point. He dives straight past the
healing
herdman.
spring.
Oh no, they just can't get
there.
through. He loses nearly every single one of them on that engagement.
Oh my god, all the raiding cab went in there and died. Did you see that?
No, I did.
They all ran through and died.
I think this might just be. This is just how Norse Wars go.
Yeah.
This is just how Norse Wars go.
Hey, you got to summon one Valkyrie. Oof.
Yeah, he's gonna tap out there. Yeah, I mean sometimes Norse Wars can go really long, and you can get some like really cool like Ragnarok
I love
endings,
me some
right?
Loki, but man,
this is more often than not. It's a matchup that finishes around about 12 minutes into the game with one decisive fight. It's been like this since the incarnation of the Norse War in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
But unlucky for Rappel in this one. It's a little bit of a challenging matchup, Loki versus Thor. I think he had the right idea, but he kind of overcommitted a little bit early on. If he just pops back.
How have Norse mirrors changed from the old Age of Mythology to this one? Anything has a power shift happened between any of? Well, I guess Federa being in there now. But I guess the original 3.
Not really. I think that
No.
I mean, if we go into a bit of a post-game story time, in Legacy, the fighting probably starts at like 4 minutes into the game, 4 minutes roughly, or maybe 4 minutes 30. I mean, everyone was advancing really quickly back then, comparatively to what everyone else was, and you take a really early fight. The games would finish at like 6 minutes, or they'd say, oh, both players have got the same amount of units. Okay, we're going to just maybe jockey around and try and get something, and then another fight would happen at like 12 minutes, and the game would be over. Very rare to get past that in most Norse Wars on Legacy.
Okay.
Or both players would just wall up and just say, we're just going to handshake and we're not going to fight. But yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get into the next game. See if Apple can bring it back. Ooh. And we're into game number 2. In the right-hand corner of the map, playing as Odin. Currently down 0-1 in this best-of-5 series for the first round of the playoffs of the Mythic Wars tournament. We got the correct introduction there. It's just one game late. It's the Rappel.
That's right. That awesome little Odin. And on the left-hand side, we've got Ulysses playing. What's his Norse Wars again, huh?
Yeah.
Playing as Freyr.
And we have one Norse War. We get 2 Norse Wars. It's a very different dynamic right now. Very different. Very open map. Similar to Marsh in that.
Yeah.
But heavy hunt, similar to Marsh as well. But, you know, there's some big differences. Obviously, the biggest one being both of these gods have got access to Freya.
That's true.
So
You're also responsible for the slower Vills training? No. I would have made Vills have half HP and cost twice as much. That's how you know it wasn't my patch. Yep. Boit's just like, he's like seizing up now after you heard that.
this is why we never, ever listen to any content creator on balanced patch suggestions ever, right? Right? Content creators do not get to have any significant
let's let
input.
players just greedily boom every game. That's what we need. Just greedy booms.
No, I didn't say that. I said content creators.
That's what you want, though.
They're
you
out.
may not say it, but it's what you want. You want to sit in your base and play Sim City until you get a big army.
Maybe I do.
And you send it at your opponent.
Maybe I do want that.
Cinematic battle while you eat popcorn.
Maybe I do.
What you want.
Maybe I do. Everybody wants that. Everybody wants that. Who doesn't want that?
I know what you want, and it's disgusting. All right. Anyway, back to the important things here. We got Wilbur.
Yep, there is a Wilbur.
Could be getting dropped in at some point here.
All right, so we're going to see both players go through Freya. I mean, Ulysses might want to try and rock the boat and go Ulla, but here's the thing: I think the big like win condition to some degree for Ulysses is getting into enough rock giants. It's gonna be really tough to kill those as Odin. One counter is I could be wrong on this. One counter could be mountain giants. If not mountain giants, then portable rams. But we don't see that very often.
Dude, I remember the last time I saw a mountain giant get made.
Well, you don't. What do you mean?
To be honest,
they're OP.
I've seen them come out. Like you get them.
Okay, don't tell me what my secret scrim strats.
Get built.
Don't. Yeah, that's right. No one builds them. They're terrible. Oh, we're seeing
I'm
not
saying that. I'm saying I don't see them get built.
I'm wrong. Yo, Desla, yet again. I'm wrong.
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
That's why
because that's meta right there. Draugr is just all over the place.
That's true. This is an option. You can go in for a lot of Draugr. And
now what Ulysses does is he runs to the middle when he ages up, throws down the bastion next to that TC, takes the TC, and then he wins.
I don't know if he does, though. Like, I think just a bastion and a TC there, I think you're just going to wander around the side and then kill him elsewhere. But it could work.
See, I hate that these gold mines are all 6,000 on the outside in this map. It just defeats the purpose of the middle.
Oh, the whole purpose of it is that the game culminates into one mighty battle in the center for the last remaining
big cinematic Boit battle. I got it.
And that's why the town center needs to get deleted.
No. It needs to be there as a witness. It needs to bear witness to what's going to happen.
All right. Okay, so one thing that Rappel had... Oh, the villager's going to go down. Okay, it survived.
No. It survived.
I'm a bit sad Rappel didn't go for this. One option he had here was a quick second Valkyrie. You just have to kill off all the Aurochs early and then go and shank down the chickens. And you can get easily 18 favor. You can get a second Valkyrie in, and then you can just sort of run around your opponent's base just killing the half HP villagers in 2 hits. It takes 3 hits, 3 or 4 hits to kill off a gatherer with a Valkyrie. If you have 2 Valkyries, it takes 2 hits, right? It's like a poink. 2 points. That's a technical term. But it's just going to be raiding cavalry, it looks like, for the rabble. And he's going to just look to try and restrict Ulysses from getting out of his base. And this is... Oh, wow, a town center?
At least he's just going to build a bunch of herdmen.
No, a town center.
And herdmen.
A town center versus Odin with
herdmen.
ravens that's currently scouting the bottom of the map.
He shot the raven, actually, earlier with the Draugr and took it out.
Genius. This is
Then he went for the TC.
This is very, very dangerous for Apple. If he allows this, which it looks like he might be, in fact,
it's definitely going up.
I don't think he can kill off the herdman with those raiding cavalry either. Then his only option is to force a like walking woods to try and break through it, force a ghoul and burst, you retreat back, and then push in again. Or he's got to go into a macro game, which is going to be tough for him.
Oh yeah, that's going up. That's going up. He's not gonna lose anything. Too late. Yep, and he's just leaving. He knows.
Yeah, he sees it though. One thing here is that the town center takes a little bit longer to pay itself off, so Rappel can spam units here. He's going to go for the Njord.
Focus cav, so he wants to keep going for more cav probably.
There's a world where this works for Rappel, because what he can do is he can move forward and just drop a hill fort on this bottom gold mine right next to the town center, just outside of line of sight. He puts a hill fort, sneaks a hill fort up over here while raiding elsewhere, right? Then, when the Wilbur comes out, your Wilbur, he can retreat back and he can kill that off underneath the thing, and then he can push in and with everything else and maybe break through.
Okay. Where's that going? Okay. I don't think Rappel breaks this. Not for a long time. He's going to try, I think, obviously, like you said, but with the Bastion there, Hill's Garden, Hill Fort, that's going to be a problem.
I mean, realistically, what else can he do? This is brutal for Rappel. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't even have a house up or something on that town center, because this is so important for Ulysses here.
Who obviously late game, I think. Yeah, you told me Freyr wins this late game, right?
It's not even late game. It's kind of like.
Oh, I'm just asking if this push fails, it gets pushed into a late game. Does it go into Freyr's wheelhouse? Did they just takes over?
For Rappel to continue in this game, and sorry, for Ulysses to continue in this game after the push, I think. Well, I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. Basically, for Rappel to push and to not win the game outright, he basically has to kill like 10 villagers and the entire area, send Ulysses back into his main base, and have Ulysses keep all of his units alive.
Is there anything besides, just hypothetically, Rappel doesn't go for an all-in here when he ages up? What else could he do economically to put himself into a position to win later? Is there anything, or he can't do that?
No, I think he has to push. I don't see. I mean, if he drops 2 town centers,
there's no other way.
Drop 2 town centers, I guess. I mean, he's going for it. Yeah, into the main. I like this. Force out the Ghoul and Burst. You retreat back, get over onto the left side, and get that hill fort down or something. You'll be able to take out a tower here. Lovely. Beautiful. One tower down.
Kill a TC.
I mean, there's a Ghoul and Burst here. That's going to come out. We see.
Oh, that's always there, right?
I don't know I don't know how good it is against all these walking woods, but man, these are myth units.
We're gonna find out. Wilbur's definitely getting dropped in. There's no way. He's trying to wait for him to get behind his army, I think. It doesn't have the initial stun anymore, right?
No, I think
that was removed a patch or two ago.
I think he has the, well, not a stun, but he has the. Doesn't even need to use it.
Does he not even need it?
This is brutal.
Oh, here comes the Mountain Giant.
Mountain Giant to come in. I think he has. There he goes. And Ghoul and Burst is down.
Giant, and there's Wilbur. There's Wilbur.
No,
pushes over.
Get out.
And Mountain Giant's gonna go down too.
He's getting some good kills on the return here though. He's got to be so careful. Stay away from this guy. He's so fast.
So much damage.
Look at him. He's so quick. He's not even close to the town center. Okay, now he's slowing down. Now he's getting tired.
Yeah. Don't go back. Don't fight that thing. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Like right now. You're saying Rappel just loses?
No, he doesn't lose. He has to get that Ghoul and Bursty out. That was part of the plan. He has to get that out so he can then push in onto this left side.
We're getting another bastion, another hill fort.
The problem is that he's just so far behind now. He does have tech on his side, which is big, but it's just like there's 6,000 gold mine behind this position.
Because I was talking about that. I think this map shouldn't have the big gold mine. I think it should have 50. It should have 1,500 gold mines. I really think that.
I mean, I'm not upset about that change. I just want, if you want that change, I can go to the town center.
Think it'd be a good idea.
Where we could be happy
your
together.
Changes.
Yeah, well...
I'm unbiased in my changes.
Anyways, Rappel pushing in right now. He needs to get this hill fort up on this gold mine so that he can have some pushing power behind all of this, right? And that's what he's going to go for.
Oh my god.
He has to. He doesn't have another choice. This is the play. This is the only gold mine which Ulysses can get after he finishes on this back one. So, in a way, if he can force a fight and keep Ulysses in the classical age, this could be winnable. But he has to keep Ulysses in the classical age. I don't know if he's going to be able to. He's got farms. He's got Hunt that he's eating on the back there as well.
So he builds the hill fort and then runs north.
He's searching for something to kill, but Ulysses' base is so well defended.
Hear me out. Another hill fort.
I think he
by the TC up top.
These guys are going for it.
Well, he's got
one portable ram. Rappel pops it out though.
Dead.
Great control from Rappel. He manages to push Ulysses back. Ulysses' population is very, very high here. Couple more rams now coming out.
Ulysses is ahead in every single way except for tech, by the way. Like, just
yeah, that's
insane.
That's how, yeah. It's kind of how this sort of situation works. But the good thing here for Rappel is his hill fort is going to be attacking units. Whereas at the moment, Ulysses' hill fort
that's true.
Going after portable rams. Great control from Rappel here. Ulysses losing a lot of units. This is exactly what Rappel needs.
I like the juggling in and out of the hill fort.
Yeah, he can literally sit in this hill fort, by the way. He's just sitting, like, he doesn't have to pop back out. It's doing huge damage. The portable ram trying to take out the market, trying to break through. Like I said, though, he doesn't need to break through. He just needs to sit on this position and hold this, because this gold mine in the back will expire. If he can keep on getting trades here, he can find a win, even down 20 villages.
You can just hold him?
Maybe. I mean, that's got to be his goal.
What's the gold? How much gold? Still 3,000 back there.
It's getting less and less, though. Realistically, Ulysses should probably...
as long as Ulysses goes up to his own heroic.
Yeah, realistically, Ulysses shouldn't try and push this. He should just go
right. He
heroic.
gets rams in his own... He doesn't actually need heroic, but he needs the upgrades.
I mean, he doesn't need heroic, but look at the difference in military. It's 111 to 90. So this is totally fine for Rappel to take this fight.
Dropping another bastion, by the way. For the hill fort.
These rams doing huge damage down to 300 HP.
Wow.
And it looks like the hill fort will go down.
Rappel should have built another one. He should have built another one.
I think Rappel might actually win this fight, though. He has the upgrade advantage on the Thrown Axeman.
Look at all that. Did you see the towers, the TC, and the hill fort shooting back there, though? That's so much extra free damage.
He's got so many Valks, though. No heroes. There's no heroes for Ulysses.
I don't know why he's fighting out there anyway. Why
he doesn't have, like I said, he doesn't. Like Rappel doesn't need to win these. Like he doesn't need to finish the game here. He just has to force units. And
Ulysses doesn't need to be fighting where he's fighting.
No, he doesn't.
That's weird.
He doesn't. Now the Draugr can come through. This changes things.
Dude, drop in another hill fort. Like why is he dropping in a hill fort behind this? And his Guardian Bastion, like right there to cover the next gold. Right where his units are.
You just lose it straight away, no?
Once you push him a little bit, I mean, if he wants to come and try to delete it, sure, he's going to lose a lot of the units to do it, though.
We'll see.
I don't know. He should at least try.
Rappel needs... He doesn't have enough military. What has he got?
You think he needs some... he's only one Valkyrie now, right? So I guess he doesn't need heroes, but... Oh, no, there's more Valkyries on the right. I'm sorry. So, yeah, he needs something. He's got 2 Hasidah being made. How much gold's left back there?
Yeah, Rappel trying to drop this hill fort again. He has
boy.
to turn and fight it straight away. Good control here. The Draugr getting damaged, trying to get the hill fort back up. Rappel knows this is a ticking time bomb here. He knows if he holds this is what he needs to do. So
many Valkyries, man.
Yeah, these Valks are so good. No heroes for Ulysses.
His own cav army made of Valkyries.
And all of a sudden, it's almost like Rappel is actually... I mean, he's in the lead almost in score. Gold mine at the back, 700 gold there, Yodesla.
That's a problem. He's gonna run out.
And now Ulysses basically has to go for another ram push.
For those watching that don't play a lot, I just want to tell you how impressive it is that Roppel is managing to gold starve here about 17 minutes into a game. Like, it is incredibly, incredibly difficult to be disciplined enough not to throw your army away and you know, earlier on, and actually wait for this moment for your opponent to run out and to keep on trading, knowing eventually you will have gold and your opponent won't. Like, the training, the discipline, everything, the game knowledge here is crazy from Roppel. It really is.
Yeah. There's also another portable ram to come in and try and snipe down the tower. Unfortunately, in the Norse mirror, rams, 10% hack armor. Those throwing axemen, they do a lot of damage. Another hill fort. I like this from Rappel. This is exactly what he needs to do here.
Oh yeah, you're not pushing into two of those.
No. He doesn't even go up to... Oh, but we see a hill
That should
fort.
have been going down a while. He needed that a while ago. That's what I was talking about. I don't know.
He's going to lose a lot here, though. Those throwing axemen will take some damage. Rappel pops through, charging in. The portable ram on top of it, though, Yodesla. This could be
that
enough.
thing's going crazy. He's going to... Oh, he ran away. Wait, did he just click that on accident?
I don't know, but I think the Asgardian hill fort is
dead.
down.
Yeah,
The villagers are moving forward. Yodesla, I don't think this flare from Ulysses is going to get to a gold mine. Market situation is still there. You can sell resources for quite a while, but it doesn't matter. Ulysses taps out. And
that was such a great technical game from Roppel.
Yeah.
It really was. I mean, seriously, like straight technical, right? There wasn't anything crazy. It was just straight. I don't know how to explain it. Just straight knowledge and just I don't know. You figure you put that into words. I don't know.
Look, let me put it this way. Let me put it this way, Yodesla. There was one chance Rappel had here to get a win, and that was Ulysses staying classical age and trying to break out, and Rappel managing to prevent that from happening. That was the chance. I think if Ulysses went heroic age, he would have been able to do exactly what he did then with that big push, maybe a minute later or a minute and a half later, but with Tempest. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if he holds, but not just with Tempest, but also with Rock Giant. Things change. So to put it bluntly, I mean, we've got Omniscience, so it's easy for me. Like, making this decision in game is terrifying, but we've got Omniscience, so I get to know. But Rappel gets lucky here. But luck is only one thing. Skill, that's another. You have to be lucky and skilled, and Rappel managed to make this happen. We're 1-1. We'll go into game number 3. Another game, another you, another me. Game 3. In the left-hand corner.
That's right.
It's Rappel. And it's a Zeus.
It is indeed a Zeus. And on the right-hand side, in the red, we got Ulysses playing as Hades. So again, another God faction mirror here. Just Greeks.
Yeah, these guys are loving the kind of technical mirrors. I'll go out there and say I don't like mirrors. I like things being off.
Yeah, I don't
off balance a little bit. Like just from a just a straight my own personal
off balance. You say in terms of the amount of TCs?
No, don't try and make that a thing, because it's not. It's different.
Is it? It's different.
Yes, it's
okay,
different.
Sure.
Because it's. I've already explained it. We're not going through this again. We're on Mediterranean.
Good when it's off. When it's what you want it to be off balance. No, I got it.
Exactly.
Let's take a look at these relics here. Arrows of hair. Ooh, increased tech soldier. I like that one. Brittle of Pegasus. Okay, well, free Pegasus Scout. Ink of Ra. Small trickle of favor. So technically that gives favor and then more favor, right?
Yeah. It's now
soldiers do more damage to
I had a big yawn. It's now 0.06 favor. That's a boost to it. It used to be 0.05. So it's almost a monument to the villagers, which is 0.075, right?
I don't know what the number is.
Yeah. There you go.
That's what you're here for. What?
Yeah. I told you. It's almost an oracle. No, it's not. Oh, it is actually almost an oracle. Holy moly. There you go. Good relic.
Oh yeah.
There's also Bridal of Pegasus. I love that relic. Mapax. That's what
Especially
it should be. They
when
should
you're
just
already-
they should rename that from Bridal of Pegasus to Bridal of Mapax.
There you go.
Yeah, so you're the
Mapax
kind of
never hurt
guy who would.
anybody.
You're the kind of guy that would be like, all
What I
right,
would do.
what you would do is like, okay, Devs, one new relic. You get to design it. I reckon what you'd do is
You don't
be
know
like,
what I would do.
You would say,
Go ahead,
no.
guess.
This is what you'd do. You go,
Yes, go ahead.
Omniscience is now 70% cheaper or something.
Why would I want that? I don't care about that.
Yeah, no, that's what you want.
I would do a relic that gives my opponent's villagers a disease or the plague or something.
So they'd lose half their HP. Is that what you saying?
I would actually do a relic that would. Okay, it's a double-edged sword one. I would do a relic that hurt my villagers and my opponent's villagers. That's right.
Okay,
I'd take that deal.
I see you. I see you. I would go and grab that relic and I would just put it right next to my town center and not put it in the temple.
That's an interesting idea, though, right? Relics that you might not want to get, but you don't want your opponent to have them at all. So you have to bring them back home, but don't use them.
Oh, actually, no.
You're thinking of a whole new idea for relics right now.
I'll leave my
This is
Oracle
genius.
Hero next to my temple, and every time I go for a raid, I drop the relic into my temple, and as soon as the raid's over, I
Adding
take it
another
out.
aspect of micro. That's genius. See, we just thought of a great idea. Thank you so much, Boy. This is fantastic. I'm gonna make sure I put your name on this next relic.
I do not approve this message. This message is
No,
not
no, no, no.
approved
It's
by
too
Boit
late.
TV.
The relic of Boit. That's what it's going to be.
All right. Okay. This is going to be on our.
I'm just a bystander here. This is all your idea.
Okay.
I'm just throwing darts at a board here.
All right. Well, it's Athena and Athena. So some very spicy god choices for our spicy mirror matchup on Mythic.
Question: if you build close enough to the water, can the sentinels go into the water? They should be able to.
No, they can't. They're not as cool as the Earth Wall. They don't have that sort of technology.
Well, let's get a patch to fix that.
The problem is that the Sentinel can't go on the water because it's
We'll make it taller.
no, it can't. It's not allowed to. It just can't get in the water. It doesn't. know
It
how
can
to swim.
definitely be taller. You just use a
doesn't.
taller pedestal.
Doesn't know how to swim.
That it doesn't need to swim. It's a statue.
No.
Again, another bite idea. This is good.
All right, Rapple's out already. Ready to put some pressure on. Juggernaut's coming through. Pentaconta coming through. The runaway. For one ship apiece here for Rapple. He's got a bit of an advantage. And the micro wars begin. So the hard part here,
Oh,
Neo
yeah.
Tesla, I don't know how much naval combat you've been subjected to in Age Mythology. But the hard part
Oh yeah.
is getting your boats to behave
Correctly.
for the way you want them
and
to.
listen.
And it's all about formation tricks. If you need to, you can see what's happening with the Pentacontas roaming past the trireme there. If you don't have them selected together, they will sort of bump into each other. So in order to make the units kind of behave in the right way, you have to like select multiple different ships so that the formation will work, so that they'll push through each other. Otherwise,
Oh, he bolts it.
yeah, a little cheeky Minotaur over there. It's always an attempted at something. Is now Rapple's going to send his own Minotaur around. He probably should have been doing that already, but there is an
Poor
Ajax already
Pegasus
waiting.
wall. Pegasus wall. I say Pegasus wall. Just Pegasus. What does that scout think it's doing?
And the scout is getting absolutely annihilated by hammers.
Yeah, that's dead. I think Pegasus should be able to fight each other in the air.
Just Pegasus versus Pegasus? Pegasus on
Yeah, just, the
Pegasus
only
I-
attack they have is versus other Pegasus or like ravens. Imagine a raven fighting a Pegasus.
Oh,
These are big brain ideas.
I'm remembering why I don't like this matchup. I wonder if these guys are going to go for this. What you can do to be max annoying, and yeah, just max annoying, is you can go ahead and put a villager on favor, and you can actually build Pegasus, and you can just run them in and fly them over the top of your enemy boats.
So yeah, when you attack move and stuff, like the
Yeah,
AI
attack,
gets all bugged out. That's good.
It's unhappy.
It's big brain too.
I'm not sure how useful it is. Yeah, you know, it's very useful. It's very useful. You're gonna lose a lot of yep. And now the micro wars begin.
Hammer ship versus. I don't think you're supposed to use your Pentacounters on the other Pentacounters, right? Why is he doing that?
And he's just trying to get them sort of blocking up so that they don't get over onto the Juggernauts. Restorations get down and everyone retreats back. I think Rappel's got a hefty advantage here. He controlled his ships much better. I would love to be able to explain what he did, but I don't know.
Yeah, Rappel used his Pentacounters pretty aggressively here. He just had more.
Yeah, this is just a complete domination on the water. Generally, this will mean that the advantage is so far in the favor of Rappel, but when you're up against Hades, I mean, it depends on what the map spawns like. If you grab that bottom town,
Hades gotta go for a quick second TC.
Yeah, if he goes for the,
gotta go for it now.
If he goes for the bottom, he's not. He's going for dock spammage or boat spammage into these docks.
What?
So you can spam ships into a dock. Like you can build units into your military academy, or units into your barracks, or units into your Migdol stronghold. You can build units into a dock, and he is just going to spam out Pentacounters here because I think they're the fastest train time unit. And what Rappel should probably do here, this is like old school legacy meta, so to speak, is you win the fight, you back off, you drop a town center, and then you're ready for the next fight. So you're equal on the water again because your opponent spams everything, but you've got a town center.
That can be 5 docks. He wants this water bad. He's got it.
Yeah, he's going to be out of gold soon, though, in the main base. 1,000. He's up onto the second goal. He's getting a town center as well, so this is technically correct, but he's got to be careful. He did lose a lot of HP as well. All those boats are very, very low HP. At the moment, it's 35 mil pop to 51, so Ulysses is catching up here. And he pops out. Rappel's scouting around to see. He does see the Juggernaut. He will spot those Pentacounters there. And
he's going to go straight into a theme spam. He has to.
Yeah. Archer ship, hammer ship, doesn't really matter. He just needs to spam ships.
Oh, he's going into more. He's just going into more Juggernauts. Okay.
I'm a bit surprised to see that. He did spot the Pentacounters. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say it doesn't matter. I thought Pentacounter or Archer ship for sure, but.
Yeah, but Juggernaut's not the right. I mean, when you have this many more, I don't think it's going to matter, but still.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, he just canceled. Oh, no, they came out. They canceled. They came out.
Yeah, there's such a overwhelming.
Again, he goes into fight and doesn't even fight. He just loses a bunch of ships in the process.
Yeah, he can't take the fight because he doesn't know. He's got to send a scout in to see exactly what his opponent's got before he pushes forward.
Well, he scouted with his whole army, and now he's bringing the Pegasus in.
And this looks like Rappel is going to be able to clean this up as well. Yet again.
Back into a corner.
He doesn't want to play anymore. He says, oh, he spotted the town center as well. So he's just like, okay. Not only did I not win the water back, but I'm also behind a town center. So Rappel gets a
Zeus is a monster.
A quick win. I actually don't know if this was Zeus at all. Like, let's take a look at the timeline. Military resource value. It was pretty. Actually, Rappel's in front by.
Believe it or not, him being able to bolt that Minotaur was so good because he was actually going to lose a villager.
Yeah, so he bolts the villager. Sorry, he bolts the Minotaur. which is probably the differential in military resource value here, 2969 to 2549. It's about a Minotaur, maybe one ship extra. And whatever happened there, whatever Rappel did in that fight, and go back and watch it on slow motion and try and figure it out yourself, that allowed Rappel to get a huge snowball there. And if you get just a tiny advantage early on, that'll snowball. That's the term. Anyways, we're gonna go into game number 4, right?
Yep.
Rappel did use restoration later, I guess. So restoration later, generally speaking, this has been what I've been taught ages ago, is always use restoration second, because the DPS is going to come through. You're going to keep all your units alive, and then you're going to get the health afterwards. So it feels like you're getting more value. Anyways.
Enough.
Close enough is good enough as we get into game number 4, 2-1 for Rappel, who's spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color as the Ra.
And in the upper right, in the red, we got Ulysses playing as Gaia. So you were right, it is Gaia versus Ra. I thought it was going to be Ra. I didn't think it would be set.
I hate to be that
I was hoping
guy,
for Shenong, but it is what it is.
But they picked the wrong map.
I picked the what?
They
did. I see that, and that's fine. I don't care. That's the one good thing about the. By the way, that's a good thing about the maps not having a balance change. It doesn't affect the result of the game.
Yeah.
If that does happen.
He's just like, I'm not going to play on a bloody lava ghost. Like,
I can promise you this: the deeper we get into the tournament, the more sticky I'm going to be with that. By the way.
Okay. All right. We'll make sure it happens, I guess.
Like you can bet your ass in the grand final, you're playing those maps.
Okay, so here's the thing.
We'll deal with
Rappel gets the funky spawn on Ghost Lake. What you want here when you're playing Ra against Atlantean, and it's different depending on which god is which, right? Whatever the matchup is. But what you want against Atlantean most of the time is the 1 gold mine Ghost Lake. And this gives you the option to be very, very aggressive one town center and just contain. Because the gold mines are so far away, means your opponent has to commit to walking over there one way. You're going to have the obelisk set up all over the place with your powerful classical age, and it can be really, really tough to break out and get onto that second gold mine. And oftentimes the games can just end there. On the 2 gold mine Ghost Lake, things change a little bit. You can't really go for that.
Yeah, you can stay at home a lot longer.
You can stay in your base for ages. And especially now with the towers.
Who do you think that benefits more here, Gaia or Ra?
Well, this is benefiting Gaia because the advantage would be heavily in the favor of Ra if this was 1 gold mine, I think. But on 2 gold mines, it's a little bit more in the balance is probably a little bit closer to equal. Who's it favors, I don't really know, but we'll see how Rappel plays it. I imagine he goes in with Wadgets. He's very, very good with the Wadgets. He worked on them a lot.
I love Wadgets.
And yeah, he's getting his temple up though, so maybe he's going for town center.
My favorite early game myth unit for Egyptians is, I mean, I like the Anubite. I think it's my favorite, but the Wadget's growing on me. It's been growing on me.
Wait, yeah, I mean, you just remember the Mister's
Sphinx is overused, man.
The Mister's first like games of playing Ra and Set was all barracks Wadget like pressure, and he was so good at strangled you, obelisks everywhere, and you just couldn't do anything against it. But you know the Wadgets have since been nerfed a touch. You know the patch is different. Defensive structures are much better. It might not be the best idea, but we're actually going to be seeing Rappel going for a town center here, it looks like. Late game's better for Rappel. I actually don't know. Gaia's late game is
How do you know he's going for a TC?
Gaia's late game is like sleeper OP. Don't tell anyone. It's secret.
But you think he's going for a second TC? How do you know that for a fact?
Well, Rappel's going for a second town center because he's got 10 villages on gold. So if he's got a huge amount of villagers on gold, then I mean he's either going to be spamming priests, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, or he's going for a town center. I wouldn't be surprised if he like shifting sands is forward either. Tries to like deny.
You don't see that as much anymore. You see these like weird players where they shifting sands and deny second TCs. I don't know if you've seen that, but players have tended to do that little cheese.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Ulysses is going for a naked fast second town center. So this is like the absolute perfect time to do this. Grab Skin of the Rhino, grab 15 villages, and shifting sands onto this. But Rappel doesn't see it. So he doesn't know.
Nah, he's just going for a second TC. He's just chilling.
Yeah.
They're both going second TC, so it's going to be a pretty eco-oriented game.
Yeah, both of these town centers are pretty good as well. We got 1 gold mine for Rappel close to it. Ulysses, 2 gold mines. The problem, I don't know if it's a problem or not in this specific matchup, is that Ulysses has grabbed the town center relatively close to Rappel, so Rappel can like have a better launching pad off his town center to start angling down at that one from Ulysses. But I don't know if that matters in this matchup as much.
I guess we'll find out. I think this is going to be a heroic age game. I don't think we're going to be seeing really any fighting here in classical.
No. Oh, wow. And we're actually... Ooh, there is a barracks, though. A couple of spearmen going to be coming out. So I guess we're going to be seeing something.
That's typical. That doesn't count.
Caster's curse.
That just doesn't count. They're going to keep building it. They'll always build a few spearmen.
Well, yeah, the spearmen here could be really good because these boars, they're not safe. Like you look at this base of Ulysses. He's got a lot of goat. He's got the berries. He's got the chickens. But these boars and oryx at the back, it's what Ulysses wants, and they look safe. They aren't.
I want to point out that obelisk in the upper left is amazing. It scouts the TC, the gold mine, and the food and the wood over there. That is like an amazing obelisk.
Yeah, he gets the whole kit and caboodle, as they say in Australia.
He does. Most cost-effective obelisk ever.
So I guess this is sort of interesting, right? Because if Rappel is going to stay classical age, which isn't insane, but I mean, I don't know how many spearmen he's actually going to make. Isn't insane. What, like, Ulysses' game plan here is to go into Contarius, get to the heroic age, go into Contarius, and like explode out, right? But if this is going to be all spearmen, you probably don't want to do that. You probably want to go for Mermillo or something, or maybe even Caraballo.
Yeah, that thing's gonna poison's gonna die. 1 HP. Okay. The good old defensive carnivora. I like it.
This is smart. I was saying these aren't safe, but it looks like they were safe for carnivora and counter barracks, and it's all good now. But there is a world here where Ulysses he might overcommit in the classical age to Terma and things like that. So maybe Rappel can get heroic age and be okay.
Is that villager just gonna die? Is that what that is? It's gonna happen there? He just okay.
Yeah, well, he's had enough. He can't get out of there.
Wait,
he's stuck.
Wait,
he's
what
stuck.
Happened? How did it get HP?
He got healed.
It got healed.
Yeah, it's gonna heal.
I forgot the thing was back there. I forgot it lived. Oh, it died anyway.
And the Wadget gets healed as well by the priest. He's like, I'm going to snipe your citizen. My Wadget is going to kill it.
Jeez. Was the citizen not able to get into the TC? It should have been able to. It doesn't look like it was blocking. I'm looking behind it. I don't know. He just wasn't. Maybe he couldn't see it. Maybe the screen wasn't rotating. I don't know.
Well, Rappel's already out on this next gold mine. He's got a bit of an issue, which is his spearmen move at 5 speed, the Terma move at 5 speed. They move at 5 speed themselves.
Yeah, so they can just completely out.
Yeah, you can just out
they can just do this budget chariot archer maneuvers.
Yeah. Now you can do some tricky maneuvers to try and like get in there, but you have to be.
I mean, the spearmen are quick, right? I mean, they're fast for a unit on their feet, but they can catch one.
Those are the dodges. Get the spearmen off to the back, heal it back up. That was smart there. That was really good
Got
control
one.
from Rappel. But a Caraballaster in now, that's scary.
Yeah. He's going to push him off the caribou.
Yeah, he probably has to bail on this. And he will do so. He's almost got the resources for the next stage.
Ulysses needs gold. Another wild jet coming. Oh, he still has that gold in the back that he can safely get anytime he wants.
Yeah, he's going to be fine for gold, I think, for at least the foreseeable future. It's into the priest coming
What's
up.
going on up there?
He's going to be able to start spamming out Batsukos and get himself all of his upgrades. He still has a rain in the bank as well, so that's going to boost his economy through the roof when he goes into farms.
Oh, he got a villager. He sniped one.
Yeah, there we go. Doesn't have any... Yeah, Rappel doesn't have any upgrades yet.
Ooh,
so.
the 3 ballistas there. The spear, gotta be careful. Ooh. Gonna mix in some slingers here. What upgrade is that? Oh, frontline heroics. That's good. This is getting scrappy.
An immediate...
Rappel just
mid-dose
decided he's
stronghold.
never aging up.
Now, Rappel's in the heroic
Can you
age.
stop this? Oh, there's a locust swarm we could use too.
Yeah, I don't think this is not really any units here
Oh.
for Ulysses. He'll drop down a
Only one
Carnivora.
priest. If he could snipe the priest, the carnivore would stay alive a while, actually.
Well, once
Well,
the Migdol's
he's
up,
not
he
gonna
can't
do
stay
that.
here. So gonna
Yeah,
have
time to go.
Getting good kills though with the
Got a few
Caraballaster.
pick
The,
offs.
the slingers here
Yeah.
will be able to take those Caraballaster down immediately.
It's finally live. It's always been live. Chats be trolling.
That's what chat does. Apple getting himself the siege works. Did he get himself? He doesn't yet have the sun-dried mud brick. So missing out on a little bit of advantage there. But I'm sure that'll come through sooner or later.
Already going camel, so even and Tadius are not gonna do very good once he even ages up. Camels will melt them.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you have to find a army composition. And it exists for every single thing that the Ra player can make. The Gaia player can make something that does win. But you have to really be careful. Because...
Okay, hear me out. Catapult these and Cantadius.
Well, then you're going to have difficulties against mass spearmen, aren't you?
He doesn't have that.
No, but that would be the other counter to everything else, right? Like, everything's
what?
got
Fine,
a counter.
fine,
You
fine,
have
fine.
to be very, very
Just-
specific
just-
about what you're
just-
building.
Ballistas and Cantadius, just a ridiculous amount.
And you die to
Now, while
camel
camels
rider.
will technically
You die-
counter,
you die
but
to a camel rider.
I think enough Ballista and Cantarius can deal with that.
Oh, citizen down.
Age up's almost here.
Yeah, he's going for a third town center behind this as well while Rappel is pushing. So if Ulysses can hold
Yeah, that's
this,
kind of nuts.
if he can hold it, he's going to be in a good spot. He's also got the other gold
Those
mine he can
crocodiles
rotate
are a
over
little
to.
right there.
Wouldn't be surprised to
Throw
see
the
him
tree
just drop
down.
a palace or something down as well. And he could be okay.
He's just letting his infrastructure die while he builds up. Not a bad idea, to be honest, but
Yeah, it's almost like you kind of have to do this. Just keep putting buildings up at home. I mean, in a way, he probably could even sack the town center completely and he's still fine, right? Like, I mean, obviously it's not ideal to lose all of this stuff.
he doesn't
but
really have anything that can kill the siege tower. I guess the Murmelo and the
the
Groots, but
the villagers can get some off in there.
there's no villagers there.
Villagers are good citizens. They're just citizens.
Ah, good. Trees, that'll do it. Block the TC, big brain.
His Patsukos are doing so much damage. I want to see Rappel move villagers forward and just plant a Migdol in the face of Ulysses right now.
Oh my god. Is he just gonna leave and go to the main? That's crazy. Maybe not. He could have.
I mean, Rappel does have to be careful. He doesn't want to go close to the palace because there's so much damage. But he needs to protect the siege towers while he runs in here as well.
Destroyers coming out. Okay.
And you can see him, he pulls back, and now the siege towers are naked. And the units here for Ulysses can kind of just go through.
Dies immediately.
Big carnivore, but there's the locust to come through as well. The population differential is gigantic at the moment.
The palace gets getting destroyed. 121 pop to 54.
These Patsukos
Raffle is just steamrolling
everything.
Yeah. Well, Ulysses has a great eco behind this. He just doesn't have the military.
No,
and that's it.
That's it. Ulysses taps out, and Rappel claims the win 3-1. Wowzers. That was a brutal push. That's just why I was kind of confused why Ulysses was trying so hard to push in the classical age, like trying to get all that damage done. He doesn't have his eco ups here. He's missing Bowsaw. He could have gone straight to Quarry, Carpenters, Flight Control. If he just raced to the Heroic Age, he would have had a huge economy and probably been able to be actually in front here if he did that. But he was really wanting to put pressure on, and he just couldn't get anything done.
Well, it wasn't the lava version, so they got to redo the game.
True. Well, I think that's going to be me done for today. Congrats to the Rappel. I guess we'll see you in the next one.
GG's.